Hey, Wonder Women. Welcome back to Wonder Women Who Build. I'm your host, Carrie Moreau, and today it's just you and me. We're talking about something that's been on my heart for a long time. How do you build a business and a life without burning out? Because yes, we want to grow. Yes, we want impact. Yes, we want the financial freedom, but not at the cost of ourselves. So if you've ever found yourself overwhelmed, overstretched, overcommitted, this episode is for you. We're going to talk about ways to build without burning out. But before we dive in, I want to start with something I'll include in every episode, which is a quick reflection on a win from this week. So this one that I'm going to share with you has been a long time coming. Over the past year, I've been intentionally building a sales team, not rushing it, not forcing it, but waiting for just the right people. And this week, it happened. We officially welcomed 2 new team members and held our first sales team meeting. It felt huge. It was not just as a business milestone, but as a reflection of the patience, the alignment, and the growth that I really wanted to do the right way. So now it's your turn. What's a win you're celebrating this week? Big or small, write it down, speak it out loud, share it with someone. Be intentional about focusing on your wins. So let's get into this episode. I'm going to share 4 things that have helped me build without burning out. So the first one is to know what you're building. We throw around the word success like it means the same thing to everybody, but it doesn't. So yes, success for me includes a dollar amount. I'm building a business and I want to build wealth. There's absolutely no shame in that. But success also looks like freedom in how I spend my time. So for me, what that looks like is being able to say yes when someone asks for some of it. So I tell people, whether it's family, friends, even business associates, contacts of mine, I always have 8 minutes for you. So what does that mean? So in my world, giving someone 8 minutes is that I'm living by the belief that I want to always have the space to show up for people, to listen, to give advice, to connect with them, to be there for them, to be a sounding board. So relationships are one of the greatest joys of my life, and it's one of the ways I measure success is by how many of those 8-minute moments I can give away in a week. So here's the flip side. Failure for me isn't a missed deal. It's being too pushy for the people who matter. It's becoming so reactive that I can't give anyone my presence. So if I've built something that takes me away from who I really am, I've been building the wrong thing. So I challenge you to ask yourself, what are you building and what does success actually look like for you? And where are those markers in your life that tell you that you're building the right thing? So the second thing that helps me to avoid burnout is that I stopped overcommitting. It's really important that you know the value of your time. So here's the truth that a lot of people didn't tell me early on, and maybe this is happening for you. But as you become more successful, or even you just have the perception of success, people will start asking you for your time, and it can kind of take a lot of time away from what you're really focused on. But they'll want to have a coffee meeting. They'll want a quick phone call. They'll want to pick your brain. They'll want to, be in your space. Maybe they even want to sell you something. And in my experience, while I love connecting with people, I had to get really honest about something, that my time is valuable and so is yours. So here's what changed everything for me. I took my annual sales goal and I divided it by the number of working hours in the year. So then I took that number, and that's what every hour of my sales time is worth. So I have sales time scheduled out in my calendar, of course, every week in the month. But knowing that number gave me a new lens for deciding who to meet with and what to say yes to and how to prioritize my calendar during my work hours. So it's not about saying no to be unkind or saying no to people because, for a lot of different various reasons that we might come up with. But it's about saying yes to what moves my vision forward. Relationships matter, but boundaries will protect those relationships. The other thing that I've done, so this is the third thing that has helped me on the journey to avoid burnout, is to build with people and not to build alone. So I'm going to say this loud for the Wonder Woman in the back. You are not meant to build alone. We glorify the I got this attitude or the hustle, but honestly, that's not leadership because that's burnout in a blazer. Maybe yours is sequin too, but we can look really good doing a lot of the wrong things. So one of the biggest lessons I've learned is how powerful it is to build with the right people, and that includes subcontracting and delegation. So I can't do it all and I can't have the reach that I want to have if I'm trying to do it all myself. So especially in the construction world, subcontracting isn't just a business tactic. It's how you scale without sacrificing the quality of what you're doing. So when you find partners who align with your values and standards and you let them do what they do best, you stop bottlenecking your business. So delegation isn't about letting go of control. At least it's not that way for me. It's about creating a space to lead at the level you're meant to lead. So I know I'm going to a place that I've never been before, and there's going to be things that I need my business to do that I don't have any experience in. And that's when I know I need to hire someone to take care of it for me. So whether it's an assistant or a virtual assistant or bringing in someone to just help you for a few weeks through a project, delegate and bring those people in so you can build strong with other people. The last thing that I want to share with you is that rest, I'm going to say this again, rest, it's not a bad word. Rest is a leadership skill that matters. So if you're not building rest into your schedule, let's get real. Hustle is not a badge of honor. I used to think that pushing through exhaustion was proof of how committed I was, but now I know better. Because rest is strategic. Rest is powerful. Rest is a leadership skill. When I take time to rest and recharge myself, I'm a better leader, and rest improves my decision making. It protects my mental clarity. It also helps with your emotional regulation. I actually had a season where I was so overwhelmed that I was reactive to every little thing that was happening in my business, and it was a terrible place to be in for my team. So I had to take a step back, rest, refocus, and enter back in to leading in the way that was most effective. There's actually science behind it. So when you're sleep deprived, when you're mentally fatigued, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that is responsible for your logic and judgment, well, it doesn't perform at your full capacity. So if you're trying to lead, grow, or problem solve while running on empty, you're not functioning at your best. Rest isn't about laziness. It's leadership in the most sustainable form. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prioritize it because you're not building something that's flashy. You're building something that lasts. So I'm going to give you a little, if you're watching this on video, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. But basically, the way it was described to me is if my thumb was my prefrontal cortex and, the part that's fight, flight, or freeze covers that. When you're stressed and unrested, it lifts. So basically, if you've got too much going on and you're reactive, it's like this. This is when you're in full fight or flight. So in order to protect that, you need to be in a state of rest so that you can operate in logic. Because if you're like this, you're operating from emotion. So just remember, you don't have to do it all. You don't have to do it fast. You don't have to do it like anyone else. You just have to build strong. You have to build in alignment. And most importantly, you have to build like you. Thanks for listening to Wonder Women Who Build. If you found value in today's conversation, be sure to follow, share, or leave a review. It helps more Wonder Women find us. Until next time, keep building boldly, leading with heart, and showing up as the Wonder Woman that you already are.